This is my audience.
The Lord.
I'm like, oh Lord,
Don't ask me.
I'm doing it.
I'm ready hanging up.
I'm doing it. I'm ready hanging out.
Okay, this will be my persuasive speech, and my persuasive speech will be about BMX again, but wearing your helmet when you're riding your bike because of the many accidents that I've witnessed and occurred myself. Okay. So BMXers wear helmets because of all the people that have ever crashed and that are still alive have many stories to tell why, from their own personal accidents, why you should wear a helmet and for your own safety so that you don't get injured. There's one BMX rider that I talk about in here. His name's Scotty Kramer. He's one of the many pro riders that all his career came to an end when he was riding. And then also, helmets can prevent many injuries and death. I mean, even if you get injured, like for instance, you hit your head really hard and you have a helmet, you can get a concussion, but it'd be better than not having a helmet and cracking your head and dying. A lot of skate parks around the area, like ours for instance in this town, they require wearing helmets because they're connected to a facility, which requires them to go out and check people, make sure they're wearing helmets, and they offer helmets, which I've been to a lot of skate parks that don't. It's right at your own risk. You crash, there's nobody there. So you wreck, and hopefully you're riding with somebody and you know they can help you out or call the hospital or the ambulance. A lot of riders don't like helmets because, well, for me, I don't like them because I don't like the just irritating. I don't like something on my head. It's just uncomfortable. A lot of riders don't wear them. They consider the risk is not going to ever happen to them. They're never going to get in an accident. We all hear those people all say, well, that's not going to happen to me. You never know. Even though with all the accidents that have ever happened to BMX riders, from them being in comas to literally being in a wheelchair most of their life after that, it still has no effect to the riders. Even if it's a severe crash that they witness in person, it doesn't affect them at all. And this is still, I don't know what it would really take. I guess a community of people getting together and giving them the real facts of why they should wear helmets, and from speakers, like for the people that rode BMX and actually had an accident, to motivate BMX riders to wear the helmets to prevent what they have been through. Helmets are really important because they can prevent serious head injuries, and a lot of BMX riders don't have insurance. Like, most of them are old, like over 25, where in the United States they don't carry insurance for their, I guess, kids over 25, and ultimately helmets can save your life. As for this guy I'm going to talk about, his name's Scotty Kramer. He's 29. He was a professional BMX rider, sponsored by Monster and multiple BMX companies. On October 12th, 2016, was the date of his accident that kind of really ended his career. While he was riding, he was doing a trick for a video channel they host. It's on YouTube, and every so often they go out and they film videos to put on YouTube for the channel to show what they do on a daily basis. But as they were in Vegas, there was a Monster Energy competition, and the day before they had nothing to do, so they said, okay, well, let's go film for our YouTube channel. Well, they were at a spot, he was doing a trick, and what had happened is came off like a ledge to a bank and was going fast, and there was a bush, so he decided to hop over the bush, but on the other side there was a hole. And his front tire went straight in, like pretty much catapulting him to his face. He was wearing a helmet, but it saved his life. He would have died, more or less, if he didn't have it. The fracture, he had several facial fractures, cerebral hemorrhaging, and damage to his C4 and C5 vertebrae. And as the videos I've watched, and he talks about every day of his events, like his progression of getting better. He said while he was in the hospital, they discovered brain bleeds, and they had to cut out all of his forehead. And he had like no forehead or no skull part of his forehead for about, I think about a month, because they kept it in the laboratory doing exams on it or something. And he was completely in a wheelchair, you know, can't stand, can't walk. He could barely move his hands. They were bunched up from, I guess, all the nerve damage that he had incurred. But as of right now, he's progressing pretty much. He can sit on a bike and coast on a bike and walk now without support, but it's been 6 months since his accident and he's barely getting to that point. So people like that could go to skate parks or to events, competitions, and encourage people to wear helmets, just because they don't want him, or he don't want them to have the accident that he had, to prevent something like that being life-changing. And then too, all the medical bills, they're still fighting for that. They had her sign up a thing called Road to Recovery, kind of like a GoFundMe thing to pay for his medical bills, because they were way into the like 100,000s. Also, every skate park, you can go like to the city and see if they would do fundraising to have somebody at the skate park either rent out helmets or donate them to riders that can't afford them, for little kids, you know, don't have a job and their parents won't help them. Also, setting a good example, if you are one of the BMX riders that do wear helmets, encourage upcoming little riders to wear the helmets, just to say from your personal experience that you've wrecked and you've hit your head and a helmet has saved you plenty of times without cracking your head and having to go to the hospital and pay the ultimate price. Also, any kind of safety gear really in BMX riding will help you, from elbow pads to knee pads. And also for bikes, it'd be shin guards from getting hit in the shin really hard, which doesn't feel good whatsoever and could cause massive bleeding. Also, you can pause it. That's it. She'll take